the beginning. Do you ever wonder what it was like at the very beginning? What was the world like when it first started? To answer this question, we have to go back a very long time, so long that we don't have much information to go on. All we really have are stories from ancient texts and some scientific data. One of the most popular stories comes from the Bible. In the book of Genesis, it says that the world was created in 7 days. On the first day, God created light and separated it from darkness. On the second day, he created the sky. On the third day, he made the earth and the sea. On the fourth day, he created the sun, the moon, and the stars. On the fifth day, he created fish and birds. On the sixth day, he created animals and humans. And on the seventh day, he rested. Another story comes from Greek mythology. According to this myth, the world began with a giant named Uranus. He was the father of the Titans, and the Titans were the father of the gods. The most powerful god was Zeus, and he overthrew his father to become king of the cosmos. These stories may be just that, stories. But there's also scientific evidence to support them. For example, the theory of the Big Bang. This theory says that the universe began as a hot, dense ball of matter. Then it exploded and began to expand. As it expanded, it cooled, and the matter began to condense into stars and galaxies. So how did life begin? According to one theory, it began in the seas. This theory says that the first living things were single-cell organisms. They were probably similar to bacteria. Over millions of years, these organisms evolved into more complex life forms. Eventually, they moved on to land and became the first animals. We don't know for sure how life began, but we do know that it has been around for a very long time. The oldest fossils we've found are of single-cell organisms. They lived about 3.5 billion years ago. It's about 4.5 billion years before humans evolved. Humans have only been around for about 200,000 years. We're a very young species. For most of Earth's history, other species have been at the top of the food chain. So what was the world like at the very beginning? We don't know for sure, but we have a pretty good idea. It was hot, it was dangerous, and it was full of opportunity. If you were a microorganism, it was probably pretty tough to survive. There were no trees or plants to provide food or oxygen. The atmosphere was toxic, and the seas were full of predators. But if you were able to survive, you would have had plenty of opportunities to reproduce and evolve. That's how life began. So eventually, after millions of years, it led to the evolution of humans. Hey, that's all for now. But if you want to learn more about the beginning, stay tuned. And remember, the more things change, the more they stay the same.